senior as well, और बहुत ही मजे करेंगे आज. And this is an SPJain Bombay profile session, SPJain Bombay call getter session. We're going to have a lot of fun today, as I said. So we'll make you meet your seniors, और मजेदार सेशन रहेगा आज. ठीक है, चलिए एक सेकेंड रुक जाते हैं और and let's begin. Okay, good. चलिए. Okay, just a second. We're going to have Prajwal joining in and also Rohit joining in as your seniors also. And Prajwal will be there with you in a couple of more minutes. Just a second. Okay, okay, good stuff. Just a second. Yeah, admin, if you can send me the deck as well, that's going to be great. Okay, great. Yeah, unshare that. Yeah, just send me the link. Okay, great. All right, guys, the final checks. Can you hear me properly? Yes, no, chat button helpful. Okay, great. Guys, keep your cameras on. Super congratulations for SPJain Bombay calls out. Session begins now. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hi, Sahil. Hi, Krishna. Hi, Rohit. Hey, Rohit is joining with your senior from SPJ. Hey, Rohit, kya chala bhai?
Badhiya. It's going very good, actually. How about you?
Very good, very good. Thanks for joining in, yaar. Thanks for joining in. Boys and girls, your seniors are back in here. Rohit, kaisa feel ho raha hai? Now you're on the other side of the table. Earlier you were attending these sessions and now you're there.
Yeah, it's amazing, actually. Like going through the last 2 years of MBA, I have learned a lot, and it feels to be good to be on the other side of the table, to really understand that we have gone through this entire journey.
All right. Super great. Hi, Shiva. Hi, Om. Hi, Adithya. All right, guys, we're going to give you 1 minute to switch on your cameras as well. Keep your cameras on for the next 5 minutes, and then you guys can keep it on. We're going to just see your faces in some time, and then you guys can switch it off as well. Okay? No problem. Hi, Darshan. Hi, Garv. Hi, Pranit. Hi, Suraj. Hi, Kunal. Hi, Mehul. Okay, good. So, okay, lovely. Okay. Adithya would also be joining in. Okay, Garv, keep it for some time. Yeah. All right, good. Okay, great. Hi, Rupashi. Hi, Yashdeep. बहुत अंधेरा है यार यशदीप. Okay. ठीक है. Hi, Adi. Hi, Kevin. Yuvraj, Sparsh. Hey, Sparsh, finally seeing you, man. Good seeing you.
Hello, sir.
क्या बात है. Great. Okay, all right. Superb. So we are just waiting for Adithya to join in from SPJain Bombay, a senior, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Hi, Maridu, Ayush, Pritvasha, and we're waiting for your cameras to be on. And hi, Mitit. Admin, keep them in the waiting room. और आज हम बातचीत करेंगे यार. ये तो ग्रुप इंटरव्यू है तो थोड़ा मौका भी मिलेगा. मैं और रोहित आपका ग्रुप इंटरव्यू ले लेंगे यार. एडी भी ज्वाइन करेगा तो और मजा आएगा. ठीक है भाई, जिन का कैमरा ऑन रहेंगे. ओके, गुड. हाय आदित्य, आर यू लाइव? कैन यू हियर मी?
Yeah. Hi, Sumit.
Hey, क्या हाल है यार?
All good. आप बताओ.
बहुत ही बढ़िया. Good seeing you on the other side of the table now. Great, yaar. Great. Super excited to have you on board. चलो भाई शुरू करते हैं. Your seniors have joined in and super congrats for SPJain Bombay calls. I'll be waiting for the day when you guys convert your calls. When you guys text me up, I'm going to say welcome from CATKing family to SPJain Bombay family. It's going to be really amazing. Great, yaar. Superb. So कौन रह गए? I think all are there. Hi Akshma, good seeing you. Hi Rachit. Hi Samarth as well. Okay, good. कौन रह गए? Aman Dubey, Vishesh call. There's a good set of other people as well who are there. Okay, super. ठीक है भाई. Okay, great. Let's go one by one. किस का SPJain Bombay profile based call है? Just type in profile. फटाफट on the chat. Just type in profile. जिन लोगों का profile based call है. Okay, all profile. Okay, good. ठीक है, super. Now just do me a favor. Just type in profile, percentile, call कौन सी आपकी वो बताइए. Profile, percentile, call कौन सी वो बताइए. हाँ भाई. Okay. Profile, percentile, कौन सी कॉल है. Okay. Profile, percentile, कौन सी कॉल. Okay. एक ही लाइन में करिए. It's going to be good. Okay. Yuvraj profile 88.92 finance, 96 percentile finance. Okay. Finance 96, 88. Yuvraj convert करना है भाई. Yuvraj unmute करके बोल. Yes sir, I'm going to convert. बोल जरा.
Yes sir, I'm going to convert. Only hope is SPJIMR.
सुपर। अमन दुबे 92.75 पे कॉल, बहुत बड़ी ऑपरेशंस। अमन दुबे प्लेज कर, जरा कन्वर्ट होना चाहिए ना, मार खाएगा नहीं तो।
Yes, sir. I think this is my best call and I'm going to convert it.
That's amazing. Good yaar, good. Ops है and profile 97, profile percentile finance 94.98, profile 98.01. Okay, good stuff. Superb. Great yaar. BMR ops. Okay, great. Paras का profile भी है. Okay, great. Score based. फटाफट. Just type in score, comma. Just type in your score and comma. Score plus profile होता है, but just type in score for better of it. Score. Just type in score. Score 740. GMAT. Nitin. Okay, good. Raghav. Score 99.62. Score 94 पे भी कॉल आया. Marketing. Okay, good. Score 93. Very good. Score 95, score 96, 93, 95. Okay, good. So score is also score plus profile. We can clearly see that. Score is 92 percentile, 92.8. Okay. 94.7 IM, 92 percentile IM as well. Okay, good. Superb, superb. Great. Score बहुत बढ़िया. Score 96.13 IM, BM, etc. Okay, good. 99.45 operations also. Okay. Great यार, great. सारे हमारी पढ़ेंगे क्या एसपीजेन में? बहुत ही बढ़िया, ठीक है, गुड यार। अगेन फाइनल चेक यार मैं हमेशा करता हूँ, आज तो मेरे कॉलेज जाने वाले हो। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर पुराने वाले, टर्बो इंटेंसिव वो वाले कौन है भाई? जस्ट टाइप इन टर्बो 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 इंटेंसिव इंटेंसिव इंटेंसिव, ऑल द एसपीजेन कॉल गेटर्स पुराने वाले जो हैं, जस्ट टाइप इन टर्बो टर्बो 1857 बैच। ओके गुड। ओके टर्बो 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 ऑल एसपीजेन कॉल इंटेंसिव 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 टर्बो 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 इंटेंसिव। गुड। मॉक्स वाले को ये टर्बो टर्बो। ओके गुड। मॉक्स 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 टर्बो इंटेंसिव। ग्रेट। मॉक्स ओम है, आयुष है। गुड। मॉक्स 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 मॉक्स। Superb, yeah, superb, great. Thank you so much, and God bless you guys to convert. Let's turn the world upside down to convert your calls. People who joined recently for the GDPay sessions with us, it's going to be an amazing journey. ठीक है, मजे करेंगे अपन और convert करवाएंगे आपकी कॉल। ठीक है, और जिन जिन की कॉल आई है अभी एसपीजेन की, और फाड़ना बैठ के, ये कोई छोटा मोटा स्कूल नहीं है, बहुत ही दिग्गज स्कूल है। ठीक है, फाड़ेंगे बैठ के। ठीक है भाई, चलो भाई लेट्स गो। फिर बाद में डिसाइड करेंगे कहाँ जाना है, ये अच्छा है नहीं है, एसपी वर्सेस दिस वर्सेस दिस, वो सब होएगा, वो सब चीजें बाद में बात करेंगे। चलो भाई, सुपर सुपर सुपर, कांग्रेट्स, ग्रेट। अच्छा एक फटाफट मुझे वो बता दो यार, ऑन द चैट तो हो गई अभी। एंड हाउ मेनी पीपल हैव गॉट आर फ्रेशर्स हियर? जस्ट टाइप इन फ्रेशर कॉमा फाइनेंस कॉमा मार्केटिंग। कौन सी कॉल है आपकी, बताइए भाई, फ्रेशर कौन है? और जस्ट टाइप इन फ्रेशर कॉमा फाइनेंस कॉमा मार्केटिंग। ओके 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 ओके। फ्रेशर 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 फाइनेंस। ओके ओके ओके। फ्रेशर मार्केटिंग बीएम। फ्रेशर, कोई फ्रेशर ऑपरेशंस का है? एक ऑपरेशंस का भी था। फ्रेशर मार्केटिंग, फ्रेशर मार्केटिंग। ओके गुड। ओके सुपर, ग्रेट। फ्रेशर को फाइनेंस और मार्केटिंग यही कॉल है, दिख रहा है भाई। तो फ्रेशर्स मार्केटिंग ऑपरेशंस भी है, फ्रेशर का ऑपरेशंस भी है। ओके गुड, मेनली फाइनेंस। ओके गुड। वर्किक्स वाले, जस्ट टाइप इन वर्किक्स, वर्किक्स साइफन फाइनेंस, वर्किक्स साइफन जो भी है आपका, वर्किक्स आई एम, वर्किक्स ऑपरेशंस। ओके गुड, आई कैन सी दिस, आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू बिल्ड अ पैटर्न। वर्किक्स ऑप्स बीएम, वर्किक्स आई एम। ओके, वर्क्स 24 मंथ्स, मार्केटिंग मार्केटिंग मार्केटिंग, बहुत बढ़िया, ग्रेट यार, सुपर सुपर। वर्किक्स आई एम, वर्किक्स फाइनेंस पीएस, बहुत बढ़िया। ओके सुपर यार। वर्किक्स 23 मंथ्स, वर्किक्स फाइनेंस कुणाल, एक्सीलेंट स्टफ, बहुत बढ़िया। चलिए भाई, अच्छा है, ग्रेट। थैंक्स वंस अगेन एंड सुपर कांग्रेट्स वंस अगेन फॉर योर कॉल्स, ग्रेट यार। चलो भाई, तुम्हारे सीनियर से बात करते हैं पहले थोड़ी सी। क्या सीन है यार इनका, बताओ थोड़ा सा। एडी लग रहा है, मतलब एसपीजेन का सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया वैसा ही है जैसा होना चाहिए। आदित्य एंड रोहित, अनम्यूट।
सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया तो आई थिंक इट्स पैटर्न देख के तो सेम ही लग रहा है कि वैसे ही चल रहा है। सो या इट्स अ गुड थिंग। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल congratulations to everybody who's got the call. We're super proud of you as your soon to be alumni, and we wish you all the best for your upcoming interviews. Looking at the scenario, yeah, काफी लोग वर्कएक्स के साथ भी जा रहे हैं, काफी लोग as freshers भी जा रहे हो। मुद्दे पे आते हैं, so let's talk about interview, क्या क्या होगा, कैसे कैसे होगा। 2 rounds of interview, that's something that I think everybody knows. So तुम्हारा फर्स्ट राउंड थोड़ा टेक्निकल रहता है, तुम्हारा सेकंड राउंड then becomes more of a ethics and that sort of a discussion. So the second round mostly comes from a lens that they want to understand who you are from a perspective, from that sort of a perspective.
Sorry to interrupt, Addy. Let's
Sure.
go one by one. हाँ, let's go one by one. पहले पूरा ज्ञान दे दे, एक ओवरव्यू दे दे, फिर अपन फर्स्ट राउंड में थोड़ा डीप डाइव करेंगे। मतलब in today's session I want them to be like knowing everything, and Rohit you can keep on adding it. Why don't you, Addy, start and give a quick overview about both the rounds, and then Rohit you can start with the first round, and then Addy we can come to you for the second round. ठीक है?
Perfect. Perfect.
Also plug in your experience. Tumhara kaisa tha? Where was the interview 1 year back, 2 year back, whenever you graduating? And also start with your profile also, so that they can relate to you and which stream also you are studying at SPJIMR.
Right, that makes more sense. Right. So, yeah, before giving into the overview, I'd like to share my profile first of all. So I am a fresher with in marketing. I have a year-long year gap. So I graduated in 2020 from VIT Vellore as a mechanical engineer. Post which I wanted to do my master's, but couldn't do it due to COVID. Hence the year gap. I interned with an organization called Osmosis Private Limited as a quality assurance analyst. It's a B2B at tech space. I was there for a year. Post which I got my call, a profile-based call in the marketing line, and I converted in the first list. So that's my background. Now coming back to
Do you want to share your percentile level? You can ignore if you want to.
Yeah, sure. So my percentile was 99.4 CAT. So that's how the breakdown is. So overview on exactly pura system kaisa hota hai. So your first round is, as I mentioned, becomes very technical, very focused on your profile and moreover the spec that you've chosen to associate yourself with. And the second round then becomes a conversation on ethics, values, more of a character fit. So what they're trying to verify is, are you a right fit for SP? Are you in line with how we are as an institution, how we are in terms of values and ethics? So that becomes your round 2. And round 1, when I'm talking about spec fit, so there are 2 different aspects I'd like to break it down there. So the first half will be more on your existing profile. If you have WorkX, then they'll probably go a little bit deep into it. If you are a fresher, then they'll probably understand your inclination as to why do you want to make the MBA shift. That is something that they're interested to know. At the same time, they would like to judge how good you are with your undergrad, whatever field it is. Let it be engineering, let it be non-engineering. They go into a little bit of details into it. And in addition to that, as I said, whatever spec that you've associated yourself with, they will get into the details of it. So if you I'll share my experience here. So let's say I had taken marketing, and the first question that I remember that they'd asked me to do was they'd given me the app of Paytm, and they were like, STP karo uska. So that's to the nitty-gritty to which they do get into the part of it.
Great. Let me interrupt you here. I'm going to go quickly to Rohit and take his input. Rohit, फटाफट ना profile बता दे. And Rohit, step back one step more. एक बार high level पे जाओ. How the group interview feels like? कैसा होता है वहाँ पे? And that's going to be good. Like how many people were there? Was there a alumni sitting right now this year or not? And were there 3? Were they panel 1, panel 2? And then I'm going to come to Adi as well. Adi, thanks for this. This is lovely. Badhiya.
Right. So my profile is quite similar to Adithya's. I am a fresher as well. However, I don't have a year gap. I graduated in 2022, same college, VIT Vellore, mechanical engineering.
Achha.
And I studied with him in marketing cohort only last year. And so coming to the group interview part, like you mentioned, when I was giving my GI1, I had 4 people in the panel, 2 panelists and 4 people in the panel, and all other 3 were from finance. And one very interesting thing that happened was that I was asked the first question was open to all, tell me something about yourself for 1.5 minutes, and anyone could have started. So I did start, but after that, for the next 1 hour, the interviewers didn't ask me anything, and I was like, "Mera call gaya, mera nahi ho raha SP." But one of the things that I took away from that particular interview was to not lose hope and keep your composure in stressful situations, because it was very stressful. For 1 hour, if an interview doesn't come back to you and doesn't give you any chance to express yourself, it really takes a toll in the interview. So that's about it. Other than that, in GI2, so GI1 is primarily, like Aditya mentioned, is primarily about your technical knowledge about the field that you're pursuing. So marketing related, a lot of questions related to marketing. I had my own startup, so they asked me a little bit on my startup. And moving on to GI2, that was more of a ethics and how will you handle critical scenarios where there is not a clear right, but you have to choose which is better for your stakeholders. That kind of situation is what they test you on.
We'll come to that. Rohit and सिर्फ जिनकी कैमरा ऑन, जिन लोगों के बंद है उनको चांस नहीं देंगे, इनको मैं बोल के थक गया हूँ. तो अभी चांस है भाई, कैमरा ऑन कर लो, हाँ फटाफट, लास्ट रिमाइंडर है। तो रोहित एंड आईडी थोड़ा मजा लेना है। आई यू डू वांट टू डू अ स्मॉल जीआई टुवर्ड्स द एंड, लास्ट 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
we'll do a short mock at the end.
हाँ,
Sir,
Yeah, we can do that.
ये सब तैयार है ना, मजे लेने के लिए सब तैयार है ना भाई। आईडी ठीक
Hello.
है। या so someone saying something.
Yeah, sir, Prajwal this side. I've joined the call too.
Hey Prajwal, good seeing you mate, how are you doing?
Doing good, sir. Doing good, sir. What about you?
बहुत ही बढ़िया, अब मजा आया। ग्रुप इंटरव्यू 4 हो गए भाई, अब तो और मजा आएगा। गुड यार, गुड। थैंक्स फॉर जॉइनिंग इन प्रज्वल। सुपर्ब, ग्रेट। ओके, फाइनल रिमाइंडर कॉल, एडमिन इनको वेटिंग रूम में डाल दो यार, जो लोग अभी कैमरा नहीं हो। अरे एसपीजन जा रहे हो यार, हमारे स्कूल शक्ल दिखा दो अपनी, इट विल बी फन। ठीक है, गुड। हाय पलक, हाय हर्षित। चलो ब्लेसिंग देते, जो जो कैमरा ऑन करेंगे उनका एसपीजन कन्वर्ट है भाई, ले लो अब तो ले लो। ओहो, ये वो कमेंट आता है ना, मम्मी पापा को करने के लिए 1000 लाइक करिए, वो वाला कमेंट है। सबके कैमरा ऑन हो गए, चलो गॉड ब्लेस, ग्रेट। बोनी कर ले, अभी तो कर ले, ब्लेसिंग्स चल रही है। ओके सुपर्ब ग्रेट। एंड देयर अबाउट, आई थिंक हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर, 78 इन हियर, और यूट्यूब फैमिली में भी अराउंड 80 ऑड लोग बैठे हुए हैं। बहुत ही बढ़िया। चलो भाई, ओके, सबके ऑन हो गए। एंड देयर इज स्क्रीन नंबर 2 एज वेल। गुड, थैंक्स Shalom, thanks Kevin, thanks Karthik, Manhar. Let's have fun. Okay, great. Prajwal, why don't you give a small intro? We are on round number 1 right now. We've discussed it's more of the spec fit. You want to add something? First of all, give your profile for about. Then
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. So, even I'm an engineer. I think that goes without saying for a lot of us, right? From Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune. I graduated in 2019, and I have a 3 years of work experience in 2 companies. So, first company was John Deere India. It's a manufacturing firm, and second company was Bajaj Finserv. So it's a fintech wing. In between, I completed a postgraduate diploma in machine learning from IIIT Bangalore. And here at SPJIMR, I was and still am a part of information management cohort. So ये था मेरा profile call था. My percentile was 98.3. And yeah, so this would be about myself. Do you want me to elaborate or say anything else for
round one? बता दे, how did it feel like round 1? We just try to learn something about round 1, and mainly round 1. We'll talk about round 2 in a minute.
Sure. So the setup was 2 interviewers and 4 of us interviewees, and it started with just a general question, जैसे रोहित ने बताया. But then, so one thing I want to add apart from what Rohit and Adithya have already mentioned, sometimes what would happen is the question or a question that is asked to you, and you would answer. Basis your answer, somebody else might be asked a following question. So कि तुम्हारा ओपिनियन क्या है, जैसा इसने आंसर दिया उस पे. So that happened a lot in my interview. The interviewers were switching between the 4 of us a lot. So that was something which was really different. Like it wouldn't happen anywhere else.
Good. And ये क्यों होता है? Being honest, you can actually do a relative checking then and there itself. Like if I'm interviewing Rohit, Adi and Yuvraj, or say Aman Dubey and Prajwal, तो मेरे लिए as a panelist बहुत easy. हाँ, तू बता. It's very easy for us in the starting. Only we can decide like whether we want to invest time or not also, and also like whether you're the right fit as well, vis-a-vis each other as well. The group interview is there for a reason. So you don't compete with your own thought process. You also compete with the peers as well. And SPJain focused on a lot of group learning, etc. So I was in the college. I spent a lot of time with Director Sir and Mrs. Nagraj, who is heading the DOCC. We'll speak about that. That's great, yeah. Superb. Okay, that's great. Okay, quickly, any questions on the group interview 1, everybody? Everybody has understood something? You guys can unmute and talk. All the SP call getters. No question? Yeah.
So the round 1 and round 2, like during COVID, there were 2 different separate, like round 1 used to be online. Now it's offline only. So like what will be the time between after round 1, after half an hour, or like what will be the estimated time?
All right. So yeah. Actually, it was different for our year and different for our juniors. So I'll tell you about our juniors because it would make more sense. Their round 1 was online, and round 1 ka result they got to know then and there after their like the entire what do we say, group ka interview ho gaya. You get to know whether you're making it to the round 2 or not. After which the round 2 was offline. wherein you have to come to the campus, and in between there was a good 15-20 days gap. So now what you're telling us is both of your rounds are offline. Is that the case?
I
Yes,
think
round one is offline, so both.
Yeah, so which means both of the rounds will be offline. So we are not sure as to how that will take place, but if you're being called to the college, I don't think you'll be called twice. So mostly वो एक ही दिन में हो जाना चाहिए. This is not confirmed, okay? So, but
Okay.
this is just my understanding. Nobody would be called to travel across twice is the logic that I am relying on. Rohit or Aditya, if you know anything about this, please.
So sir can correct me, Sumit sir can correct me, but as far as I knew that in the previous years, like years before us, what used to happen is that they used to have certain centers for GI1, wherein once you clear that GI1, then they should give you a call to Mumbai for GI2 in case you clear. So you come to the college and give GI2 and you give GI1 in, I think there are a couple of major cities where they take GI1. I'm not very sure about this, but this is what I had known before I had given my interview. Because I was preparing if I have to go to some other city.
right. तो अभी at present क्या इनको location preference, हाँ प्रणीत ने बताया, अभी इनको location preference दिया गया है, and based on मेरा भी ऐसा हुआ था. So Bangalore वाली जनता will be given a center in Bangalore. You guys are all meeting there. GI1 अगर तुम select होते हो, and GI2 के लिए you guys all come to Bombay, and then they do the rejection. That's option number 1. Option number 2 could be they can call everybody to Bombay. ऐसा भी हुआ over a period of time. उसी दिन पे सुबह GI1 होगा और एक घंटे के बाद, एक घंटे क्या उस समय GI1 is elimination. Everybody is aware of that? Yes or no? Everyone aware? Yes, no कर दो या chat में या unmute करके कुछ तो कर दो. Yes. Okay. बहुत बढ़िया. Eliminate होके मत आना, वो तुम्हारे बाकी interviews के लिए बहुत ही गंदा हो जाता है. I remember Jagesh, CAT 100% dialer. This 2019. Then he went to IIM Ahmedabad, but he got rejected after SPJain, and he came to meet me in Powai in Bombay. क्या हो गया sir? क्या? He was a fresher that time. IIT Bombay. Amazing guy. And he got rejected as well. Ankita ma'am, जो कि अभी आपको mentorship में पढ़ाती हैं, IIM Ahmedabad again, she got rejected. There's a guy called Piyush who's done all the videos on the dashboard. Have you seen Piyush का videos? He's IIM Lucknow again. He got rejected at SPJIMR Mumbai. तो वो good luck है, जिसका SP reject होता है वो अच्छे IIM जाता है उस साल या अगले साल. ठीक है तो ठीक है तो any which ways. ठीक है, good यार. अच्छा एक और quick question. Prajwal and Rohit and तीसरा कौन गया हमारा?
Aditya.
हाँ एडी कहाँ गया? मैं तुम्हें स्पॉटलाइट में करता हूँ. अच्छा, डिड यू गाइस लीव एनी अदर स्कूल प्रज्वल, और ऑप्शन क्या है तेरे पास?
So my next best options were MDI and SGM. So best तो SPJIMR था मेरा.
Okay, good. Rohit, how about you?
My best was SPJIMR. I had SIBM Pune and NMIMS.
Okay, good. तेरा क्या है?
मेरा लखनऊ, इंदौर और MDI and SP were my calls. I converted Indore, I converted MDI and SP. I chose SP.
इंदौर छोड़ दिया तूने?
हाँ, इंदौर छोड़ा.
बढ़िया, लेवल अप है. मैंने कोई कोड छोड़ा था आज से कुछ 12 साल 15 साल पहले. Good. Yeah, a lot of people are leaving Indore. There'll be a dilemma. Good, you should be in this dilemma. We'll speak about that. चलो पहले convert तो करो. All right, great. So round 1, I think everybody has cleared round 1. Jan
Sir,
month, हाँ बोलो.
I have one question. Like, am I visible?
Say hi. कहाँ से आवाज आ रही है यार?
Palak.
ऐसे कर ऐसे. Can you see Palak?
I have raised my hand too.
Yeah. You're the first one there. हाँ, go ahead. Yeah, Palak.
Okay, so sir, in the round 1, they usually ask for why MBA and which specialization. So I have given my preference of marketing in the form. However, I am selected for finance, which was my second preference. So like they could question me on that your first preference was marketing, and then now you are giving interview for finance. So why are you pursuing your second preference, or any such questions? How should I answer that?
Okay, anybody wants to take it? Rohit, Prajwal?
Yeah, so I think they might, and it's quite possible they will ask you that because you gave your preference as something and then you're getting interviewed for something else. But I think primarily what you need to show the interview panel is that you're really interested in that subject and something in your profile really aligns, so that you have to have your story right. Like you can connect the dots in your profile and reach where you want to reach. So that is how you play the question of why are you doing finance, because other than the interest part, it also has to fit with your profile. That is what I would say. Prajwal or Adithya can add anything.
Just one more thing that I'd probably add on to this is, since you've been chosen for finance instead of marketing, you can actually add another point saying that your first year is anyways a general MBA sort of thing. Your second year is when your specialization starts to kick in. So you can also mention that you're at a point in time where you're evaluating your options. You're just trying to keep an open mind also. See, that is also that's an honest answer also, and which I believe is something that they'd be comfortable with. So that is also another way you can deal with it.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
just
Thank
to
you.
add on a very small point here. Since they themselves have given you a finance call, not a marketing one, I don't think they'll ask you marketing क्यों नहीं finance. Rather,
Exactly.
they would ask you, why do you think we have given you probably, and then probably you can defend as to why finance is aligning more. And like Aditya said, after first year, you can again take your decision. So yeah, that can work.
So I have basically work ex in finance, but I wanted to switch in marketing. So that's why I've given that marketing as my first preference, because I have special interest in that, because I wanted to switch my profile.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
A lot of people do this. It's very common. And even, I mean, since we brought it up, I think it's better addressed. So even if you do get an admission to finance, after your first year, you can make a shift into marketing. That option is also open. So that is also something you can evaluate if you are still passionate about it at that point in time. So right now, I think the best way probably would be what Rohit was saying. You link the line. Since your work exists in finance, you go with the line that I have expertise there. That's something where I have credibility as such. And then you answer the question accordingly. I think that's the best way.
Great.
हाँ, लेकिन ये इंटरव्यू में मत बोलना मैं फर्स्ट ईयर के बाद स्विच करना चाहता हूँ.
हाँ,
वो of course.
Interview, you need to get into finance cohort first.
बिल्कुल.
Okay. So I wasn't aware that we could switch to
So
marketing
keep
in
it
the
to
next
yourself
year.
at least for the interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just
Thank you.
add you one thing. I've seen rejections happening. Okay, भगवान ना करे कि तुम में से कोई reject हो जाए, पर होने वाले हो, सब लोग तो नहीं जाओगे round 1 में. People who are not clear, confused, or being confused is okay, but not having your story in place about IM or marketing, it's a big no-no. Being confused about your own personality is your GI2, but if that's not the fit, ऐसे apply किया है, मुंह उठा के casually आ गए हो, big no-no, यार. That's the only, and trust me, people are going to be there when you'll be sitting in the group and you'll say, क्या आंसर कर रहा है यार ये बंदा, क्या बोल रहा है, तुम ऐसे लोगों की बातें सुन के शर्म आएगा. वो तुम्हारे में बहुत प्रैक्टिस करवाने वाले हैं. We're going to do a lot of group interviews in the coming weeks as well. So you'll be well trained. We'll butcher you. थोड़ा sample तो आज ही कर देंगे. But yeah, take care of that. So round 1, summarizing the last line, it's all about why SPJIMR का marketing, why SPJIMR का fin, जो भी आपकी call आई है. They may ask you questions about which was the first preference, which was the second preference. They've got everything written on the form. And it's going to be form specific as well. They can spend a lot of time on form. ऐसा हो सकता है कि एक group interview के अंदर they're not even asking your strength and weaknesses of the world or any kind of such question. That they're only focusing on your form. Am I right, Prajwal, Rohit, or Adi? It could be that.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
They read their forms so thoroughly. I'll just give you a very small example. So even I have a gap year, okay, and nowhere in your form you mention explicitly that you have a gap. But in my GI2, somewhere the professor comprehended that कि इसका तो gap दिख रहा है, and that is how my interview started. I was totally taken aback. So थोड़ा मैं shake हो गया था starting में, but yeah, they too take the forms very seriously.
ठीक है भाई, done. Okay, one more question about round 1? We're going to move to round 2.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, keep going.
So if they ask us which other calls you have and say you have Bangalore, Lucknow, Indore, and they ask us to prioritize like between Bangalore and SPJ, so what should we do in that case?
Normally SP doesn't do it because everybody has such kind of calls. Normally they don't do it, but you have to prepare these answers. This session YouTube live पे जा रहा है, अपन आराम personal में करेंगे. It need to be very, very well prepared. Okay. So don't lie for sure. I personally feel like ranking is like ABS, ABCL, and after that you guys can take. Some people have left Lucknow as well. तुम्हारे बैच में कोई ऐसे हैं जो लखनऊ छोड़ के भी आए हैं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. तो वो भी है, but normally it's like ABCL and then Indore is a tough call between IM brand चाहिए कि SP चाहिए. वो अपन discussions बाद में करेंगे. But be ready with this question also. Normally they don't ask, but वो तैयारी करवा लेंगे आपकी. Okay, great. This is lovely. So we're going to move to the next part right now, round number 2 in interest of time. And ठीक है. So round 2 की बात कर रहे हैं. Great. Who wants to go first? यार इनका एक चल round 2 का 30 second ज्ञान दे दो यार. Adi, you start and then we go to Rohit and we'll go to Prajwal. क्योंकि round 2 थोड़ा दूर है, इनकी बहुत तैयारी करवानी है, and then we'll do a small demo for round number 1.
Okay, so now when we are talking about round 2, so round 2, as we said, is a character fit. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to look at your ethics and values. So it'll be scenario based. They'll give you scenarios and they'll ask you to make a choice at that point in time. And they evaluate on the basis of your answers. So it's not something that you can, you know, I mean, preparation to hota hai uska, but wahan pe you have to exhibit who you are actually. And so that it will be easier for them to see ki fitment kaisa baithega.
Okay, that's lovely. Well summarized, Rohit.
So I think round 2, like Aditya perfectly mentioned, it's about your personality. One thing that is very important is that like scenarios will be given and everybody would be asked to comment on the same scenario. And it will happen, or at least it happened with me, that basis the answer someone else gives, you are then pitted against them and asked for a different opinion on a, and this happens, and then they also twist the scenario into something different after all of you have given the answers. So what they check primarily, according to my understanding, is your consistency of answer or consistency of the person that you are. So if you are saying that I'll not lie and I am a truthful person and I really have that moral code, you should stick through it to the end. You should not like switch your position once you're, once you've already given an answer.
Brilliant. Good, Prajwal.
True, totally agreed here. Consistency is what will take you through, because this happened in my GI2 as well, that there was somebody whose profile was super strong, but much better than me, and the person was speaking also really well. The answers were really well. But at one point when the scenarios got twisted, he changed his stance. And this will happen because obviously if you read the transcripts, which CATKing has a very good repository of, you will understand कि scenario ऐसे twist करते where you'll be baffled कि मैं बोलूं क्या आगे. And this is where you need to stick to your stance. If you don't, you'll get eliminated. So this guy couldn't make it. Point being, yeah.
True that. जिनको नहीं पता है भाई, please, have you guys seen the dockets, भाई? Everyone, have you guys seen the dockets? Yes or no? On the chat would be helpful. Okay, so these are the dockets. मैं कुछ खोल के बैठा हुआ था. Just go to non-IIM colleges and you will find a docket of SPJIMR. Go through this tonight itself. It's going to be really helpful. Before we take your interviews, trust me, it's a good 87-page document. Once you're done with this, you want to learn more about marketing or finance, just type in, अगर quick search करना है तो marketing का search कर सकते हो and finance का search कर सकते हो. But I would say read everything and anything. So how much ever my experience is there interacting with the Varun Nagaraj sir, the entire team. Chandrika ma'am, who heads the DOCC, you may find her. Then Renuka Kamath ma'am is still on, right? She's still strong.
Yeah.
She's
our associate dean.
Yeah. She's senior. I've seen her rising through the whole gamut of thing. And Sajeev George sir is still there?
He's still there, but he's no longer the chairperson for the group.
No longer the chairperson, right. I know. Sajeev George, and then Bindu ma'am is still there?
Yeah, Bindu ma'am still heading the admissions.
He's heading the admissions.
ये सब दिग्गज हैं, आपको मिलेंगे, हाँ, Bindu ma'am of the world, and you're gonna find them sitting across the table. और बातें हैं उनके बारे में, but ये वो personal पे बताएंगे. But बहुत amazing लोग हैं. These are like one of the most loved people. रेणुका कामत की fan following है मैम की भी?
हाँ.
Strong, right? Yeah.
She's really amazing. ठीक है, great. For IIM call, what kind of questions? Okay, कर लेते हैं. चलो भाई, okay, great. So let's do a small demo. Anybody going in the, कब है तुम्हारा Jan month में कोई जा रहा है SPJain वाला? कोई Jan month में किसी का? Feb first week कौन है? Feb first week कोई जा रहा है?
Okay, yes, mine is in Jan 31st of
Mine
January.
is also in Jan.
Okay, Jan 31st. Good. ठीक है, all cameras off. Only Jan 31st, 1st Feb, 2nd Feb, and 3rd Feb cameras on. Cameras off. 31st, 1st, 2nd.
Jan 29th.
Jan 29th भी है. Oh, very good. 29 Jan. बाकी सब cameras बंद. सिर्फ up to 2nd of Feb, cameras on. Okay, hide non-viewer participants. Oh, this is a good set. थोड़े और भी ले लेते हैं. चलो 3rd Jan भी आ जाओ भाई. 3rd Jan भी आ जाओ. 1st Feb on. 3rd Jan, 4th Jan भी आ दो, एक और चलो, 4th Feb, 3rd Feb, 4th Feb. Okay, one more girl volunteer, anyone? कोई भी आ दो. Anyone? 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, जब्बर जी, जल्दी फटाफट. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, कभी भी, any time, one more girl. क्या बात है रूपाशी, तू ही स्ट्रांग है, बाकियों को डर लग रहा है अभी. ठीक है, लास्ट चांस, जो आएगा उसको डेमो मिल रहा है. और क्या चाहिए भाई तुम्हें? डेमो हो जाएगा भी मजेदार. देख शिवाबाल आ गई, गुड. पलक भी आ गई. ओ बस ओ हेलो. ठीक है, चल आज श्रीजिमा आ गई तो आ जाओ. चलो लेट्स गो. डू मी अ फेवर, जस्ट राइट योर कैट पर्सनल नेक्स्ट टू नेम. हाँ बाकी रुक जाओ भाई अभी. राइट योर कैट पर्सनल नेक्स्ट टू नेम and write your call as well next to the name. So Adi, Prajwal, Rohit, ठीक है, we're going to take it to the +5 level, okay? So इनको आज थोड़ा सा रोडी से कम, finding new से थोड़ा कम. So finding new is the event of SPJIMR, by the way, so which I've judged for 2 years of my life, 2015-16, but it's fun. तो उससे थोड़ा कम and we're going to have a lot of fun. ठीक है भाई, ready? Okay, just naam ke aage, can you guys change? No, na, you guys can change your name. Okay, you guys can change. Rahil ka is 98. Okay, good. Kapil, change karo naam ke aage. Okay, great. Let's have fun. So, Adi, focus on GI1 only. We've got around 5 to 7 minutes of time. Keep turning the ball and don't wait for me to start, be the judge, etc. So, and Prajwal, I repeat, take it +5 level to the SPJIMR interview. एक आधा रोके जाना चाहिए आज टाइम, ठीक है? Done है. Disclaimer, भाई परमिशन ले रहे हैं आपसे. Can we go? Can we take it +5 level? Everyone, are you guys ready? हाँ बोलो पहले.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, डन है. चलो गुड. ऑलराइट, कितने
कपिश तेरा स्पेक एक बार मेंशन कर दे.
टाइप इन वर्कएक्स एज वेल. दैट्स
Even Harshit.
हाँ कपिल, और वर्कएक्स टाइप कर दे. बीएम
Harshit Finance, okay, got it.
राहिल अपना फोन के भी छोड़ दे, तू झूले वूले पे जब बैठा हुआ
Harshit
उठ जा.
Finance.
साइड बैठ जा, अभी एसपीजन कॉल में बैठा है तू. हाँ
ठीक है,
गुड. हर्षित, यू आर नॉट एबल टू अपडेट.
तो चैट पे दिया उसने.
रीनेम करना इजी रहेगा यार. ओके, वन मोर कैन ज्वाइन. हाँ, वन मोर कैन ज्वाइन. जल्दी फटाफट. वन युवराज आउट, लेट हो गया तू. तेरा हो चुका है एक डेमो ना. चलो गुड. ओके, लेट्स बिगिन. बी सिंसियर, बी सीरियस. No faltu smiling here and there, okay? And keep your phones away. Keep your phones in this way so that we can see you better in a long term. It's going to be good for us. And Gautam, update karo apna, rename karke. Whatever your spec is, it's going to be good. Okay? And Adi, Prajwal, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, scenario. What's going to happen to you? You're going to sit inside SPJIMR. You're going to reach there. They're going to make you sit in a room, assuming that you are going to SPJIMR as an interview. There'll be an AdCom guys helping you up. They'll be all suited and booted. They'll have your names. They'll have your forms. They'll all take you to an interview room. It could be Dome 1, Dome 2, NCR1, NCR2. These are the names at my time. If they've changed, I don't know. These are the names of the meeting rooms, etc. Or it could be the meeting rooms. ये same नाम है क्या रोहित आजकल भी? वही है क्या?
हाँ.
अच्छा वही.
NCR strong.
सुपर. एनसीआर वगैरह रहेगा और आप लोग वहां बैठोगे और 4 लोग सामने बैठे होंगे, 3 या 4. आज आपके सामने 4 हैं. कभी कभी एक इल्यूमिनाई बैठे होगा, मैं और प्रज्वल आपके प्रोफेसर हैं, रोहित प्रोफेसर हैं, आदित्य प्रोफेसर हैं. इज गोइंग टू मिक्स एंड मैच. आई एम फाइनेंस, सारे के सारे इकट्ठे. ऑपरेशन जीवन. राइट बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स, लेट्स गेट द पार्टी स्टार्टेड. टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ.
Right. So tell me something about yourself. Anyone can start.
Can I go first? Yes.
Yeah, sure. Anyone can start.
Okay, so my name is Rupashi Agarwal. I was born and brought up in UP in the city of Ghaziabad. I completed my schooling from DAV Shrestha, Delhi. Upon completing my schooling, I enrolled in chartered accountancy course, and along with that, I pursued my graduation from School of Open Learning, University of Delhi. After completing my graduation and clearing intermediate group 1 of CA, I started working as an audit and tax assistant under a practicing chartered accountant to acquire practical knowledge. And after working there for about a year, I realized that I want to acquire a more comprehensive knowledge, understanding of business strategy and management, and not just focus on finance and management and focus on finance and management. And this led me to pursue MBA instead of CA. And beyond academics, I actively participated in various extracurricular activities. For 7 years, I was part of my school's basketball team. I also trained in Taekwondo and obtained red belt at it. Additionally, I learned Odissi dance for a couple of years, and I participated in various cultural events throughout my school years. Yeah, that's it about me.
But to help me understand something, Rupashi, here,
It's 12
you say
o'clock.
that. Sorry, is anyone saying anything?
Ignore. That was my watch. Sorry.
All right, yeah, Rupashi. So you said you wanted to explore beyond finance, and which is why you opted for MBA. But now you have gotten a call for finance, which will be a specialization. It doesn't seem to go hand in hand. What is your understanding about this, and how do you see it happening?
No, so I know my call is in finance, but apart from finance, I want to make my future in finance, but I want to gain a more comprehensive understanding. I want to club my knowledge of finance with how other fields in a firm works, in a corporate world works, so that I can make a holistic approach towards business operations.
So help me understand something. So in your introduction, you mentioned that you want to understand, like gain comprehensive knowledge and understand business strategy better. So why didn't you apply for the BM specialization instead of finance? Because sounds to me you are more interested in strategy rather than finance. Can you help me understand that?
Sorry, sir, just a minute.
Sure,
All
take
right.
your time. Meanwhile, let's move ahead. Kapish, tell me something. You are a fresher in finance, right? We have people in finance specialization interviewing alongside you who have work experience in this domain. How do you see yourself competing with them?
So I would say that I have less practical experience than them, but I have done my BBA from finance. I'm currently in my final year, and I would say that I'm pretty good at it. So I think I can compete with them.
Yeah, but what you learn in college is, we all know, has little to do with what you learn in work experience. These people have seen the industry, they know how it works, right?
So I have a basic theoretical idea of the financial world, how the stock markets work, basic financial formulas, how to value an asset, how
Whatever
to
you
value a
do is
bond.
very theoretical and just no use. So don't repeat the same thing when we are correcting you. Please understand that. Don't you think MBA is going to be more relevant to you once you sit in the classroom with all these people with some work experience? You're still young, still in college. You haven't grown up. You're still 21-year-old. Are you 21, 20?
20.
Yeah. Don't you think you're too young?
Yes, I am young, so it provides me with a better opportunity. I can do my MBA faster. I can explore more.
All right. Ashutosh, are you a fresher? You're on mute.
Audible, Ashu.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Arshu.
Yeah, I have a work experience of 2 years post my CA qualification. During my CA qualification, I have done an article internship for 3 years.
Oh, great. Where did you work after CA?
I have worked in Infosys for 3 months, and after that, I am currently working in Ernst & Young for the last 2 years in
Yeah.
ITD domain as a consultant.
Which function is it?
Indirect tax function.
All right. So yeah, if finance, okay, fine. What do you see yourself doing after MBA? Why are you joining MBA? You are already working in big fours of the world and you have a CA. That's pretty respectable in the industry.
Exactly. But I have carved a niche for me where my currently work is revolving around the taxation field. I want to explore more opportunities for myself where I can go into what you can say a treasury function, an investment banking function, or more sort of consulting. I'm not sure about exactly what consulting, but I want to explore more options rather than such taxation.
Okay.
Kunal, can you tell us something that differentiates you from all of the finance applicants, or like something that is really special to you? Tell us something that is not on your form as well.
Not on my form as well.
Yeah.
All right. So I am currently working in the investment banking space, and I'm raising, like, I've worked with 361 Limited. Subsidiary of it is called Mumbai Angels, and I have raised money for a couple of startups in the last 1 year. Post which I was actually hired by one of our investors himself. So which really spoke about my commitment to working for that investor for that particular company when I was pitching decks that came to me, going through the entire process of evaluation, pitching it to the investor, and finally, gaining his trust enough to get his money to be invested in that particular upcoming non-revenue generating startup. And so, yeah, sorry. That is, something which I believe that the conviction by which I had to make sure that I could earn his trust to let me handle his money, and at the end of the day, get hired by him to efficiently manage his entire portfolio and look for investments in the early startup space is something which can differentiate me from my participants here, or from the colleagues that I have here.
Gautam, what was Kunal doing earlier?
Sorry,
Yeah, what was Kunal doing earlier?
Kunal was in investment banking.
All right. So where do you want to join? What are your aspirations?
So I'm currently.
What do you understand about investment banking, firstly?
So to me, investment banking means that you are basically helping the other firms raise money, help them in valuations, provide them various services. Then there's also venture capitalists. So
what is the difference between an investment banker and a venture capitalist? Or are they fundamentally the same thing?
no, sorry, there's a difference. So venture capitalists are those who actually invest in the firms, and then when the firms grow, they take returns from their growth. The investment bankers are those that provide services to the firms, like valuation services, help them go public, and such services.
Okay. A question for all. Anybody can answer. Somebody explain to me in a very concise manner what the DMAC methodology is.
Sorry, was it DMAT?
DMAC. DMAIC.
I think this 98.6 operations, what's your name? You should know this. He's applied for operations management.
I don't know the answer for this.
Okay, fine. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Shantanu. I am a mechanical engineer. I did passed out from Thakur College of Engineering from 2021. After that, I joined a manufacturing firm, worked there for 6 months. And after that, I joined Williamson Ship Management as a procurement officer. And since then, I've been working in the same company.
In mechanical engineering, what was your favorite subject, Shantanu?
It was thermodynamics.
Okay. Can you explain the zeroth law of thermodynamics to me? And what was its necessity?
I can't recall it.
Can you explain what is an adiabatic process?
Yeah, I can't recall it.
Mechanical
There's one more from operations here.
Yeah, anyone can take that up. Can someone explain what is an adiabatic process? Okay.
Okay, let's turn the table and let's move towards the GK topic. When I was giving my interview, I was asked about something which will touch base. What do you guys think about the Maldives row? This is going to be the row. What's going on with the government of India? I'm sure you guys must have read about all these things. And it's going to be an elimination round. And please put forward your thoughts. We only have 3 minutes to discuss, so we're not going round by round. You guys can add in. And panelist 1, panelist 2, panelist 3, you guys can add in any questions, cross question, wherever you guys feel like. Whoever wants to start, you guys can go. We only have 3 minutes and we're going to be closing it out. And after that, we'll announce whoever are the winners for the round number 1, and they only go to round number 2. Rest of them are going to be eliminated. Let's go.
So I'd like to start. So I think that I'm really sorry. So I think that all of this Maldives issue started with the political gain wherein President Mizu started his campaigning with the India Out campaign, and he is now acting towards it. This issue was further exaggerated when Mr. Prime Minister Modi put in a photo to explore Lakshadweep Islands, and uh, some provocative statements were sent from Maldives to India.
Can you dive a little deeper, as in what is the significance of
What
India
is the
Out?
room
Like what?
about?
Yeah.
Okay, so India Out was basically one of the campaigns of President Mizu, wherein he said that he'll take all the foreign military personnel out of Maldives, and then in order to establish their own security. And then he is also closer to China than he is to India. So that was the India Out campaign. If you
Kunal,
want me
can
to
you?
go into the history of how why India Out came, I can do that as well.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just wanted to ask Kunal, what do you think? Why would Maldives want to like take out foreign troops from their own soil? Like, what is the geopolitical scenario like, or like what is that angle
So
like?
I think, the plan of action for Maldives to take a foreign military or foreign army out of their land is a fair ask that they may want, but the way to do it is not something which President Mizu has resorted to, and that has led to the uproar, and of course adding social media to it, it has just been like adding fuel to fire. So with the entire nationalization of the importance of nationalization going on in India, this has become a real big event. As to, I feel the core topic should have been more to promoting of Lakshadweep and promoting of Andaman Nicobar rather than opposing Maldives altogether. So it's a personal choice for any traveler, any tourist where they want to, but the Indian government should be more focused, and can be rather are more focused to be promoting Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Islands as to making it a geopolitical event, and bringing in India Out movement for the normal individual resident of India.
Okay, a question to everyone here, bringing this scenario to the business landscape in India. Did any one of you see what Ease My Trip is doing around this row right now?
Yes.
If yes, please go ahead, tell in 30 seconds what is happening.
So after all the boycott Maldives and Explore India Islands came into
And not
social media
you,
trending,
Gautam. Can anybody
please.
else say?
Sure.
Yeah, I can take this up.
Kunal also, I'd like
Somebody
somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kunal, you can add in.
So,
Shivabala, you can add in.
what Is My Trip did is it took a first page ad on Times of India saying that it is cancelling its trips to Maldives.
Okay.
So it became what you can say a national what you can say a tourism website sort of thing.
Fine, so I'll tell you what the statement that they published was: nation first, business later. But do you really think that they were publicizing their nationalism, or were they only driving their business in the name of nationalism?
To be
And
honest,
is this
it was
right?
a good it was a good marketing strategy for them to compete with Make My Trip and other brands which are currently doing very well. And to see the ethical aspect of it, I don't find any contradictory point there.
A question to Shivabala. What happened to the stock of Ease My Trip when they did this?
Sir, I currently have no idea. I'll gain more knowledge on this, but I would like to add few points about this Maldives road that is there. So the current mayor elections that have been there in the Maldives have been won by the pro-India party. So there is going to be tensions within the country as well. And this might set a precedent for what might come and what is going to be the outcome for Maldives and China partnership, I feel.
Okay,
Yeah,
coming
exactly.
back to the stock wala thing, Harshit, Rahil, if you guys have an idea, either one of you can add on.
Yeah, hi. So Ease My Trip ka the stock rallied. It rallied up to 6 rupees, 6 or 7 rupees. Then again, it got held, and now it's on a decline. It's on a decline of 1 or 2 rupees. So the sentiment just jumped up. It went up approximately to 51 or 52 rupees. then again, it's again regaining the pivot level. So yeah.
Okay. Rahul, you want to add anything to it?
Hello. Yeah. Good evening, first of all. I actually didn't check the price of Ease My Trip, but I did check the hotels or the service providers that are already established in Lakshadweep, even though there are very few. But I did see that there was a sudden rise in their prices after this entire row happened. However, I feel that there is still huge headspace for these companies to expand, as they have already been situated there. There is they can expand in they can do brownfield expansion. Basically, they can increase their capacity for this upcoming demand, and it's a huge opportunity for them, considering the demand which we are seeing right now.
All right, great. So in interest of time, sorry for interrupting, guys. I think it's doing really, really good. And guys, one thing I would, which I want you to reply quickly in the last 1 minute. Tell us one thing, why should we not hire you? Why, Harshit, you think you should be rejected? And I'm moving towards actually GI2 a little bit. And why do you think, Kunal, you should not be the part of the whole game at SPJIMR? Please don't try to fake it up by putting in your weakness as a strength. We know you all, if you are trained at coaching institutes, you guys know all these things. So please be genuine, because we want to see your genuine answers. And we at SPJIMR really, really value ethics and integrity. So please be true to yourself. Kunal, let's start with you.
Sure, sir. So the question I understand is why I should not be a part of SPJIMR. I think I am in a place where I am working in the field that I want to, and in the field where I want to eventually end up at as well. But my sole reason for pursuing MBA is to make sure that knowledge and that networking that I get from SPJain or from the college that I choose is of substantial interest to me and substantially can help me boost in my career. But if that does not align, if my motto does not align with SPJain, I think that could be one of the reasons for which SPJain might not want to give me a chance to enroll for the PGP finance course.
Sure, thanks for that. Actually, we were also thinking on the same lines. So that's the reason we were also, me and Adithya, panelist one, were discussing of rejecting you, because you're already doing this stuff, and I think you can continue doing this together. Right, Adithya, Rohit, and Prajwal, you think he's already doing great? I think he'll learn more rather than coming to SPJIMR.
It makes sense. If he's already in a place where he wants to be and he sees a good growth trajectory ahead of him, then.
Thanks.
Just if I may, just contradictory to that.
Yeah, your time is up, Kunal. Thanks for that.
Sure.
Great. Who's next? Yeah, Ashutosh and Harshit. Go in the order, quick, fast.
Yeah. Why should I not be selected? I can say that one of the things is I work too hard. That sometimes I get work. Multitasking becomes an issue, and what I understand is that SPJIMR I have to do many things at one time, so that can be an issue for me health-wise. So that
why are you laughing around? Is it a fun going on? We are 4 of your professors sitting down here. Is it a fun thing going around?
No, actually, the question shook me a little. That's why.
Also, Ashutosh, it was clear that none of your weaknesses should be masqueraded as a reason for which you should not be selected. But your inability to multitask to me seems like a weakness. So I think pay attention to the instructions when it's given earlier.
Sorry for that.
Okay, let's give a small scenario. So one of your colleagues, you're working with an organization, you've been there for 3 years. One of your colleagues comes up to the office, he's drunk, he's not in a steady state. And it's a corporate policy that you do not entertain such behavior in the office premises. Now, what is happening is he's a very close friend of yours, and you're now in a position whether you have to escalate this further, or you can choose any other option that you can in order to handle this. Given this scenario, how would you handle the situation? That's the question.
So the first thing I will do is I would tell that to a what you can say his reporting manager. Not directly escalate to a very senior level or a person who is in charge or the person to whom he reports. Will first let him know that this has happened, and then we will find out a way so that he should also not get into a huge trouble. Ethically, I find it wrong coming drunk to office because it is the place where you work. That's why. That's why I will choose escalating. So.
Right, it makes sense, but he's your friend. You're escalating it directly to his reporting manager, and it's not against it's against a corporate policy, which is very clear. He will lose his job. So, are you comfortable with taking a choice like this?
Yeah, I'm quite comfortable with that because he will also understand it. I feel that if he is my friend, he will understand it at some point of time that it was for his better good. So
Won't
that
you
he does
give
not
him
do
one chance and speak to him before and like maybe convince him to not do it again?
I would rather not, because if I try to convince him once, then there would be some other, same instance with some other person, and he would not try to learn it from that.
Yeah, thanks, Ashutosh. You're not looking such people in our institutions. We're looking for group leaders, team players who can, take at least stance on such thing. Then definitely there's like levels to be hierarchy to be followed. Thanks for that. Okay, Shivabala and Rupashi, would you like to give a case on this? Like somebody is coming drunk to the office and is your colleague?
Yes, sir. So the situation actually depends on whether the person is within the premises. So if they are within the premises, then it's strictly not allowed, is what I assume from the policy. And my best approach would be to actually make the person understand. If they're in an inebriated state, then there is no point in making them understand. So I will go ahead with Ashutosh's approach, but in a more subtle way, so that I also understand that his stakes of not losing the job are also on the line on the basis of the discussion that I have with his reporting manager. And any organization will hear two sides of the story. So I feel they will also have a good reason as to why this person was brought to this kind of state in this situation. Maybe it was a plot, or it depends on what that person had been going through. So directly making sure that he quit it, making sure that he's out of his job is not a good line of approach. So I think the organization should hear both the sides of the story and come to a rational decision.
According to you, what sort of a situation justifies being inebriated in an office environment?
Sir, if that person has been drugged by someone else and they're made to come into that office in such a state so that it is ensured that they will lose their job, it's a plot by someone that's an enemy to them. So in that case, I feel then we can justify it.
Okay, great. So last one thing for the day. I know we're doing last again and again. Last 1 minute. So anybody who gives the 3 points, topic, I think the current SPJIMR young generation should give. So anybody who can give in 3 points quickly in the next 2 minutes of time, he's going to be in. The rest of the folks go home. So 3 points each. You guys can give 3 altogether. You guys can give 1 by 1. You can wait for this, but your time starts now. And so Prajwal or Addy, you guys can give whatever topic, or Ashutosh, whatever. Oh, sorry. Rohit.
So I'll give an abstract topic. Leaders are born or made.
Great. Anybody from the chat, you guys can switch on the camera and join the gun right now. We are 80 plus people, and you guys can also join the gun. Your time starts now. Top 3 points.
So I firmly believe that leaders are made rather than just being born. It is out of the sheer dedication that one puts in through years of hard work, turmoil, and the way they have been brought up is what can eventually help someone to be a leader rather than being born.
Okay, Kunal, 1 point. Who's keep going.
Even I think that leaders are
I
made
believe
and
that.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I was saying even I think that leaders are made and not born, because leaders, if you see background of many leaders, they come from a situation where they have been forced to, they have some mind, they have a certain mindset and they want to inculcate that certain mindset change, or they want to kind of, say what they want to
Thanks,
say to
Gaurav.
the
It's a
world.
repetition of the same thing. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? Or anyone wants to add?
So again,
I
just
believe
On the
yeah.
contrary, I believe leaders are born. One, because for example, a person who's born in a well-to-do family, he has all the resources that he needs. So he, after you have money, you go ahead and look for power, and power comes from leadership. You are born to be a leader. That is one point.
Okay, great. So why are you doing an MBA? You already, you know that you're not born a leader. So people should not do an MBA to learn leadership skills as well. Thanks. Okay, one last.
Anyone?
Sir, a leader
So I
is made
believe
from their
leaders
experiences,
are
from their
made.
knowledge.
Kapish, go ahead.
I believe that leaders are made from the knowledge they gain and from the experiences they had. So the more experienced the person is, the more knowledgeable a person is, the better leader they can be. So that's why I believe that leaders are made and not born.
The same point repeating, but fine.
Yeah, and but one more thing, if it is
Okay.
experience, then how will an MBA
All
help?
right, thank you so much for your time, guys. We done. Okay, great. Thanks. All right, everybody, camera on, bhai. All the audience, you guys can also join in. Camera on कर लो, सब आ जाओ भाई यहाँ पे, मजा करेंगे थोड़े से 2 मिनट. आप भी अपना peer learning का feedback दे सकते हो. Everyone, हाँ भाई, फटाफट आ जाओ, जल्दी आ जाओ भी तो यार, मजा आ रहा है. ये हुई ना बात, भर गए भाई. अरे क्या बात है. ग्रुप फोटो भी खींचेंगे इसके बाद. कौन रह गया? फटाफट ये शिप सब आ जाओ यार. Okay, great Manohar, good, great. That's like SPJIMR Bombay family. मजा आ गया. Good. कोई रह गया यहाँ पे? ठीक है, good. Okay, great. So I've got detailed feedback. I've got sheets and sheets of going in, but because it's SPJIMR Bombay, I can keep on going. Great, but let's listen to your panelist. Panelist number 1, Prajwal, you want to give an overview thought, or you want to talk about 1 or 2 points about anyone? If you've taken notes, yeah, whatever you want to say, like 1 minute feedback.
Yeah, on the prima facie, I feel that thoda preparation to lagega. The answers were not refined. The person who started, I think Rupashi, it felt as if you're reading from somewhere, which I understand is fine at this stage, but then ultimately you should be able to produce this answer such that it doesn't sound monotonous, it doesn't sound roted up, and it hooks the other person. So Sumit sir puts this really well, ki hooks planned karke rakha karo. We couldn't find any such things in your introduction. So that is one thing that I clearly could see. I'm not pointing you in particular. Please don't take it otherwise. But yeah.
Take it otherwise. Oh, hello. इनको चाहिए नहीं है. रूपाशी और शिवबाला कहाँ गई? शिवबाला हाई कर. इनको तो चाहिए नहीं है यहाँ पे. बैठे हैं आराम से. आएगा चांस, मौका मिलेगा. भाई, this is SPJIMR Bombay. You're going to find the best of the school head boys, head girls, bloody sitting out there. They will not even, give you a chance to speak. There'll be some people like who going to be keeping. ये तो हम moderate कर रहे थे, नहीं तो कहाँ गया वो? कहाँ है? कुणाल मित्तल साहब तो ले ही जाते पूरा game ले जाते. Right, Prajwal? Huh?
True, and my second point was about Rahil and I think one more person who did not speak at all. So you won't be given a chance, okay? If there are 4 people, like Rohit Ashwa said, panelists didn't give a chance to him. But in scenarios, even the interviewees won't give you a chance to speak. So उस case में how will you then justify your candidature? वो तो कट जाएगा फिर उधर.
नहीं मैं इनको ठीक करते हैं, इनको और बजाएंगे अपना. Can you parallel talk? Yeah, you can parallel talk. There's a way to cut inside that I'll tell you in my class on कब है मेरी Wednesday है ना? I'll tell you in my class. Just remind me like how to cut in when it goes the fish market, because it doesn't go in SPJIMR Bombay. It's very organized, but you never know. Great. Let's go to panelist number 2. Adi, what's your feedback? Fatafat.
Yeah, so feedback, one thing, basics, go back to your undergrad, do your subjects well. You will have questions from there. You can't be blank when they're asking you undergrad questions. That depicts you in a very wrong sense. Second thing, keep your answers concise. You guys, so this is an MBA term that we use. You'll also learn it soon enough. It's called gas. So there's a lot of gas that is there. You got to cut the gas, stick to the point. Right. So that helps, because attention span for any panelist is not more than 30 seconds. After that, it's not going to be in the retentive sense. So have all your information concise at that point. That is something I'd like to say. And one more thing, when we are discussing about, say, a news piece, stocks, business, don't analyze things from your personal views, your personal viewpoints and all that. Keep an objective viewpoint. If somebody is asking you for an opinion on a row also, what they're asking for is an objective layout of what is happening. They're not asking what you feel about it. So keep that aside. It doesn't help you, because sometimes the panelist may be on on your thinking lines, which might work in your favor. But on the offhand that they have a different viewpoint and it clashes with them, it might not play to your cards. So that is also another thing I wanted to keep in. I want you guys to keep in mind. Third thing is anything. So like one more thing that you guys will now face is you'll have the new budget being launched before you guys will go for your interviews and all. Keep track of it and look at business implications. Yeah. You guys are going out to get a business degree. Make sure that you know what the business implication is for each and everything that you're looking at. This is going to be something that will be a part of the discussion, so on and so forth.
Right.
And lastly, when we are talking about how to parallel talk, right? Another thing, a simpler way that I find is cutting in is obviously, as Sir said, one of the most effective ways. But another thing is, if you want, once the so-called speaker is finished, you can just say adding on to this point and then express what your view is. That is also a good way to build into the discussion.
That's great. I'm going to go to panelist number three, and I'll also speak it up. But some of you are least bothered. You know, there was only GMAT wala 1.5. Gautam was the only jo mundi la raha tha. He was like interested in listening to, even if it's not, but he was faking it very well. Right? Peers can tell them he was faking it very well. हाँ गौतम ऐसे मुंडी लाके सुन रहा हूँ भाई, मैं बहुत ही अच्छी बातें सुन रहा हूँ भाई, सब ध्यान से सुन रहा हूँ. Right? यहाँ पे you know, and Kunal, I really like you, man. You're gonna make it, right? Yeah. But don't have career on your sleeves. You know, you are like, bro, मैं ही हूँ, मैं आ गया हूँ, तुम चुप कर जाओ, मैं ही सब लेके जाएगा, मैं ही करेगा. This is not SPJIMR values, ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
So
Yes,
they
sir.
may reject you for that, and I don't want you to be rejected, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, मैं आपको या प्लीज यार, मैं आपको ऐसे शुगर कोट करके फीडबैक नहीं दे रहा हूँ, ओपनली दे रहा हूँ, बिकॉज अपना फर्स्ट सेशन है और प्यार मोहब्बत अपन करते रहेंगे बाद में, कन्वर्ट के बाद यू गोना लव ऑल दीस थिंग्स. या तो इफ आई एम साउंडिंग रूड, सो yeah, take it, it should be rude only. It's the first session. Okay, good. Yeah, panelist 3, you want to add something?
Right. So on the broader front, I have 3 things. First is be more confident. You need to show that confidence to the panelists. Second is smile. Don't take your serious faces there. Smile in the interview. And third is just know that you're one of the best in the country. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. Have faith in yourself. I have individual feedback. Couple of things that I've written down. Starting off with Kunal, you need to work on your structure of answers. You have answers, but they're not structured. They're all over the place. That's for Kunal. Rupashi, you need to, well, I just judged you from your TMAY. You need to work on your tell me something about yourself more. It needs to come off better. Like Prajwal mentioned about the hooks. Gautam, you have good confidence, but I think you have a lack of interest that showed up in the interview. Maybe you need to work more on that. Sivabala, you have good knowledge, but you need to be more confident and take the opportunities that come, right? So if I said that like anyone can start, then more of you should be interested to start at least. Ashutosh, you have good clarity of thoughts, but again, articulation is something that you need to work on. Kapish and Harshit, I think you need to give examples to emphasize what you're really meaning. So giving examples of corroborative answers really helps you drive the point home.
Great. Ashutosh and Kapish have got same feedback for both of you guys. You need to be smooth. और आशुतोष हंस रहा है भाई तू इंटरव्यू के अंदर, है क्या हो रहा है, मजाक हो रहा है? मैंने बोला तेरे को SPJ रिजेक्ट कर रहा है, तू हंस रहा. This question shook me. If the question is shooking you, this is like life-saving question, and there is a reason why I'm asking this question. How are you going to confront back? And if I confront you back, you cannot smile or laugh. I'm just waiting to see your emotions, how you're going to react to it, not an exact answer. And I told you this is GI number 2. GI number 2 is going to be taken by seniors. Nagraj sir could be sitting up there. Thoda dhyan se. You need to talk a little bit more smooth. Shiva Bala, मैंने आपको feedback दे दिया है. Okay, Harshit, okay, ठीक है, done है. तो कपिश तेरे को feedback मिल गया. The career should not be on the sleeve, so it only should not be like me, myself, etc. And some of you guys are doing good job of helping each other. Okay, I think he's trying to give a point, which is great. एक ये किसने बोला था? What do you think? Can say that ऐसे करके random boy को I think Kapish was that. So what you can think? थोड़ा random बातें हो रही थी. Similarly, Gautam, you need to also work on this. Nationalism वाला point, you guys all tackled it well. That was really amazing.
Just can I add something here about that part about fumbling? I think something that is really important that you need to be confident with the silences. So if you're confident with the silences, you will not want to fill in the gap with random words which look unprofessional. So be confident and speak your mind.
ये अभी ना ये जो PI हुआ है ना, ये IIM कोई कोड वाले बच्चे हैं, ठीक है? So अभी जो तुम कर रहे हो ना ये with due respect to IIM कोई कोड, you know, it's an amazing school for sure. ये SPJain वाले बच्चे नहीं है अभी. आपका knowledge है इसलिए आपको interview call आया, but वो SPJain वाला बच्चा थोड़ा smooth है. Just see the way how Eddie is talking. See the way, you know, how Rohit is talking. I know there are seniors, they have lived this life. तो एक थोड़ा smooth flow चाहिए आपकी भावनाएं पेश करने के लिए. And SPJIMR guys, when you meet them, they'll be all over the place. Your AdCom people is going to be really helpful. So, and Rupashi and Shiva, I've told you multiple times, nobody will give you chances like, chalo beta, bhi aap bol lo types. There are nothing like that. People just grab it up, right? And towards then they ask you like anything you want to ask. Okay, that's lovely. Anybody panelists you want to add something? How about peer? Anybody? What do you guys want to say? Anybody peer? You want to say something? अच्छा बोलना, बजा दिया काफी, थोड़ा अच्छा बोलो. कोई तारीफ करना चाहता है इनकी? श्री जम्या.
Hey, Sarina Ardu.
You want to say something about the panel? How are they people?
Yeah, I think what I learned was that we need to be a little more confident. The point about silences too, you could kind of tell that if you haven't formulated your next sentence, you don't need to fill it in with like random words. You can take a breath and then start a sentence because it's going to sound very unprofessional to the panelists, I think.
Okay, good. Acha bhai, anybody, anything for the panel? Thank you to bolo. How was your panel? How was panelist number 1, panelist number 2? They were not supposed to be so long, but हम बैठे हुए 11 बजे से 1.5 घंटा हो गया. Abhi, how was the panel? How many peers? Were they good?
I think we enjoyed the session. But sir, I would like to know the answer of that question, drinking. What should be the best approach? Answer.
There is. Yeah, Adithya, go ahead.
Acha, so yeah, so that was a question which was asked, and actually it was a GI2 question. I put it out there. So my answer was that I would escort him out of the campus first of all, and if I'm not able to do it, or if this repeats, then I'll escalate it. So against a corporate policy, yes, but if he's inebriated, then he doesn't know where he is, which is where Shivabala went in. So that was my answer. But honestly, if I have to tell you, there is no right or wrong. You have to handle it then and there.
Mostly GI2 doesn't have any right or wrong answers. What is right is how you put across your point and what is the understanding of why you're saying that point.
And थोड़ी ingenuity दिखनी चाहिए आंसर में. You're saying directly reporting manager को बता देंगे. It's your friend. Obviously, you'll try to sober him up first, him or whatever. Directly थोड़ी reporting manager को बोल दोगे यार. So what Aditya said is more practical and which will happen in the real case scenario. So fake करोगे तो वो immediately पकड़ लेंगे.
इनको सिखाया मैंने, whatever can be solved over a cup of coffee should be solved over a cup of coffee. सीधा जाके तुम कंप्लेंट कर रहे हो यार, तुम क्या कर रहे हो भाई? पहले तो बातचीत करो यार.
See, I mean, the reason is if you go and start complaining for each and everything, it's you are also going to get caught in the crossfire. It doesn't look good on you also. So as a manager, as future managers, you're supposed to handle these situations in that sense, right? With a little bit of tact. That's the
any resources. I think we got Prajwal ne bola really good resources, CATKing current affairs, and you can also study from the YouTube channel IES prep wala, wo bhi kar sakte ho. Bahut badhiya, great. Anything helped you, Addy, at your time, or Prajwal, from the dashboard which you want to suggest them, all these SPJIMR would be family, or Rohit?
One thing that helped me the most was the transcript wala part. So because you get a very good understanding as to what can be asked to you, because उसमें profile wise you can like कि हाँ ये 3 years work ex है IT में है तो मेरे को ऐसे कुछ questions आ जाएंगे. You'll know what to prepare instead of just preparing everything under the sun. You'll have something narrowed down. So that helped me a lot.
Super, yeah, great.
And while you're going through the content, make sure you have your own notes. So that will also be a very quick reference. That also helps at the last one. That's also something.
Rohit, do you remember anything at your time?
So I think there's just one line that I was told that really helped me. It was that if you're in the interview room, you have as good as a chance as anyone else. So take that and go into the interview and rock it. I would say.
Rohit is playing a good cop. All right, great. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining in. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. Say a thank you to your panelists. It was really amazing. There are about, I think, 80 odd people, 100 plus people on YouTube family as well. करो यार SP कन्वर्ट करो, और ये जो तुम्हें लर्निंग होने वाली ना SP की बहुत ही अमेजिंग होने वाली है, और हम बहुत सारे सेशंस करते रहेंगे आपके साथ. एंड थोड़ा लंबा हो गया, apologies for that, but hope you guys enjoyed. They're all saying thank you to you. Okay, great. Thanks, Addy. अपन एक और पैनल बनाएंगे. We'll call it Roadies, और बहुत ही मजा आएगा. And they're all saying thank you to you. Super, great. ठीक है. Great, Addy. Great, Prajwal, and all the best. And keep working hard. We did. I just crossed a little bit boundary lines, but SPJIMR interviews are really fun, and you're gonna cherish these interviews throughout your life. Trust me. Even if you go to IIM, the Bado Bangalore, they're really fun. ठीक है. मैं थोड़ा biased भी हूँ ऐसे, but ठीक है.
And SPJIMR interviews are very nice. They're an experience in itself.
Yeah, बिल्कुल.
So you won't find any interview like this.
बढ़िया. मैं तारीफ करता हूँ तो मेरे दे पुल अप माय लेग ये तो SPJN के ही है इसलिए ज्यादा बोलूं. मैं हूँ यार अभी क्या करूँ अभी. And you're going to love the school. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So we can keep going. Bye guys. Take care. Have a good night. And we're going to do much more sessions. Bye Akshama. Bye Umang. And bye everyone for joining in. Amazing session. Thank you so much everyone for your kind feedback and all the best. Rock your calls. Multiple sessions like this is going to be there. You guys, it's on YouTube as well. People who are watching us on YouTube, I'm going to be taking a session tomorrow evening and we'll do a deep dive. Okay? Great learnings. Thank you so much everyone for joining in. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye. Bye panel. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Good night. Good night.